So there are basically 4 shapes that I use when drawing, which is the square, oh god, that is loopy, the circle, I needed to make sure I spelled that right, the rectangle, and the triangle. I'm sure if any of you were in kindergarten, you remember this. So the theory behind basic shapes is that any complex form, such as a person or a series of buildings or like an animal or a mechanical device, can be represented as a combination of simple shapes. So perspective is, how do you take these 2D shapes and give them depth? So right now they're very flat, but if you just draw them with a bit of depth, then you get a 3-dimensional look. So now my rectangle, or my square has become a box. My circle becomes a sphere. My rectangle becomes a cylinder, and my triangle becomes a cone. So basically, these 3D shapes hold more information than their 2-dimensional counterparts. Like, for example, take this rectangle to cylinder. Because you can see the top of the cylinder, you know that you are above the cylinder. This is basic perspective. The ability to figure out where, as the viewer, you are in relation to objects in the scene. And because we can see the bottom of the cone, we know that we are below it. If there's anything you take away from this perspective lesson, this one sentence is it. So I'm going to repeat the example of starting with a box or a square. In fact, I'm going to start with 2 squares. And by 2 squares, I lied, and I'm going to go 4 squares. So if I extend my box out this way, this means I can see the top and the left side of the box, meaning the box is positioned below me to my left. And in the same case, If I extend this side out and close it off here, then I can see the right side of the box, I can see the bottom of the box. The box is on my upper right. So if I want to draw a box that is to my lower right, where am I going to extend from?
We shall soon find
It takes too long though. I'll just draw it. So these kinds of exercises of like drawing boxes in space helps you figure out how things are in relation to each other. I know they're really fucking boring, but if you practice for long enough, then you can create scenes where you have boxes that come out of boxes that pile up on boxes, and then eventually you can start going from boxes to other larger things. You're gonna pull up a picture of one of my classwork assignments that I recommend that you guys do, which is to draw these perspective boxes. So basically, like, one of the exercises is you have a bunch of thumbnails and you make compositions just of boxes floating in air, and you try and create a sense of movement with them. So you thumbnail them out. I like to do at least 4 thumbnails for every picture that I'm going to do, and then you actually draw them. And as you can see, you can establish the relationship between each box by having one box in front of the other. Boxes that are closer are larger. Somebody asked, top and left. So if I extend from the top and the left, then this box, then I am above the box because I can see the top, and I am to the left of the box because I can see its right side. And so the final view that I don't have yet is from the bottom. Yep. So basically on this box, I am over here. On this box, I am over here. Or, wait.
You're flying.
I'm flying.
Basically, you're flying.
On this box, I'm over here. And on this box, I'm down here.